According to UNICEF, every single day, Nigeria loses about 2,300 under 5-year-olds and 145 women of childbearing age. This makes the country the second largest contributor to the under 5 and maternal mortality rate in the world. As Nigeria joins the rest of the world to mark this year's International Day of the Midwife, this edition looks at maternal health and midwives. Hello there, thank you for joining me on the program this week. I'm Gloria Umezuke. The United Nations Children Fund says a woman's chance of dying from pregnancy and childbirth in Nigeria is 1 in 13. Although many of these deaths are preventable, the coverage and quality of healthcare services in Nigeria continues to fail women and their children, while the interview segment gives an insight into the state of maternal health in relation to the perspective of midwives. But up ahead, the federal government has promised to improve primary healthcare facilities with the aim of reducing childbirth-related deaths in the country. Take a listen. State governments have for long tried to contain the burden of maternal and child mortality in communities. The sudden death of a mother or a child owing to the absence of a midwife or sheer ignorance by the people has brought huge concerns to the government, local and international experts.
As we look to rapidly scaling up the functionality of at least one primary healthcare facility per ward in Nigeria, the services of midwives across the entire country will be required to strengthen healthcare delivery at the front lines. In spite of this, however, many challenges remain, and there is still a lot of work to be done to ensure that we reduce the national burden of disease and guarantee universal access to healthcare for all our citizens.
The wife to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Gimbiya Dogara, said the First Lady has vowed to partner with midwives, encouraging them to enforce a change in the profession.
You have a seed in the inside of you that can bring that change to happen. You have the education, you have the machinery. What you learn, nobody can take it away from you. The situation, the economy, whatever, all you need to do is to believe in yourself. Have the passion. I see women of passion gathered here. Every woman is a woman of passion, especially the midwife.
Other stakeholders were quick to align with the professionals who they maintain are the key to reducing maternal and child mortality in the country.
I have some messages to the policymakers, to the decision makers, the parliamentarians, the politicians. It's a message you've heard before this morning, and I'm sure you'll hear it again after me. Invest. Invest in quality education and regulation of midwives. Employ and deploy midwives to make them available. Recruit from the hard-to-reach areas. Make sure that they're available, accessible, acceptable, and then you will have quality midwifery services. Your constituencies and your constituents deserve and demand this of you. I am sure that all of us in this room would want a competent, compassionate midwife to care for their mother, their sister, their daughter, their niece. I want to use the words of Toyin in an article in the Daily Mail this week. And she said that Nigeria must invest in an army of midwives to cut stillbirth and maternal death.
In spite of the many gains of the midwifery profession, it still faces many challenges that many believe can be surmounted with the right political will by the government.